12 brutal Stoic laws that'll kill your laziness. This could change your life. The Stoicism Soul, by Sculpted Grace. Intro. Some of the greatest battles we'll ever fight will never be seen by the world. They happen in silence inside our own minds. Against doubt, fear, anger, and despair. These inner storms can tear us apart if we face them unprepared. Life never asks if we're ready. It throws us into trials without warning. And how we respond defines who we become. But imagine having a mindset so solid that no storm could truly shake you. A mind calm as stone, unbending, yet alive with purpose. That is what the Stoics lived for. The art of being unbreakable in a world of uncertainty. Today on Sculpted Grace, we'll uncover 12 timeless Stoic lessons that can transform how you face life. These aren't just ancient words carved into books. They're living principles tested by time, by emperors and philosophers alike. And if you let them, they'll become your blueprint for peace, strength, and resilience. 1. Embrace challenges. Every challenge you face is an opportunity in disguise. It's a test of your patience, your strength, and your integrity. When things fall apart, when plans fail, you have two choices: complain, or grow. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, sickness, and war. Yet he never asked, "Why me?" Instead, he asked, "What can I learn from this?" Every obstacle, he said, becomes the way. This mindset transforms setbacks into stepping stones. Think about it in your daily life. When you're stuck in traffic, you can practice patience. When you face criticism, you can practice humility. When something you love slips away, you can practice acceptance. These are not random misfortunes. They're exercises for the soul. The Stoic doesn't seek comfort, he seeks strength. And every difficulty is a weight that builds that strength. So when the world tests you, smile quietly and remember, this is training. 2. The power of ideas over wealth. True wealth doesn't come from what you hold in your hands, but from what you hold in your mind. Possessions fade, money comes. 3. Creating your own path. You were not born to live someone else's dream. Stoicism teaches that the greatest tragedy is to follow a path simply because it's expected. Many people wake up one day and realize they've lived years chasing goals that were never truly theirs. Seneca warned, if a man does not know to what port he sails, no wind is favorable. Creating your path means daring to listen to your own inner compass. It requires brutal honesty, asking yourself, what do I truly value? And the courage to walk toward it, even when the world doesn't understand. Maybe it's changing careers, leaving an empty relationship, or choosing a life of simplicity in a world obsessed with excess. Your path won't always be easy, but it will always be real. And in Stoicism, truth and virtue are worth every scar. 4. Adapting to change. Change is life's only constant. Everything you know, your body, your friends, your work, your dreams, will change. The Stoic doesn't fight this truth. He learns to move with it like water shaping to the river's bend. Marcus Aurelius compared it to being a rock, against which the waves crash. And while the waves may break, the rock stands firm, polished by each tide. In practice, adapting to change means flexibility without fear. When plans collapse, you rebuild. When people leave, you bless them and grow. Stoicism teaches that no external event defines your peace. Only your response does. So when change arrives, don't cling, flow. Let go of how things should be, and work with how things are. That's where freedom begins. 5. Developing long-term vision. A Stoic doesn't live only for today, he lives for eternity. Not in years, but in purpose. Every action today plants the seed for tomorrow's garden. When you act with vision, you stop being reactive and start being deliberate. You stop chasing moments, and begin building meaning. Seneca said, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." Without a long-term aim, we scatter our energy. A Stoic chooses his direction carefully. Maybe your vision is to become a wiser parent, a more patient teacher, or a better craftsman. Whatever it is. 6. Personal growth through self-reflection. Every evening, before the world goes quiet, take a few minutes to meet yourself honestly. The Stoics practice this daily. Seneca would replay his actions, asking, "Where did I act wisely today? Where did I falter?" This habit of reflection builds character faster than any book. Self-reflection isn't about guilt, it's about growth. You can't fix what you refuse to see. And you can't grow without truth. When you observe your emotions, your flaws, your habits, you begin to master them. Try journaling each night. Not about what went wrong, but about what you learned. In time, you'll notice you're not reacting, you're responding. Not surviving, you're evolving. That's the quiet reward of daily self-reflection. 7. Utilizing adversity. Pain is a teacher most people run from, but the Stoic runs toward it. Because every hardship is an invitation to rise above the ordinary. Epictetus, crippled and enslaved, said, "Difficulties show what men are. When life hurts, you discover your character. So use adversity as your personal forge. When someone betrays you, practice forgiveness. When you lose what you love, practice acceptance. When you fail publicly, practice humility. These moments shape you. They strip away illusions and reveal your core. You don't need a perfect life. You need a purposeful one. And nothing gives life purpose like the lessons carved by pain. 8. Leadership and influence. A Stoic leader leads first by example, not command. Leadership isn't about rank, it's about responsibility. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet reminded himself daily, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. his power never made him arrogant, it made him accountable. Real leadership begins with mastering yourself. How you handle stress, how you speak to others, how you treat those with less power. These reveal your strength. A Stoic leader listens more than he speaks, guides more than he controls, and serves more than he commands. Because in Stoicism, to lead is to lift others, not yourself. Living with gratitude. It's easy to take life for granted. To forget the sunrise, the breath, the heartbeat. Until something reminds us how fragile they are. Stoicism teaches gratitude as a shield against despair. Every morning, remind yourself. You woke up today, and that alone is a gift. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to love." Even in loss, gratitude keeps your soul grounded. When you lose a job, be thankful for the skills you still have. When a door closes, be grateful for the strength to seek another. Gratitude doesn't deny pain, it balances it. It gives you perspective when the world feels unfair. And it reminds you that even in hardship, life still offers beauty if you choose to see it. 10. Practicing emotional mastery. Stoicism doesn't tell you not to feel, it teaches you how to feel wisely. Emotions are natural, but reactions are choices. The Stoic learns to pause between stimulus and response. To let reason guide where impulse once ruled. When anger flares, he breathes. When fear whispers, he listens but doesn't obey. Practice this in small ways. The next time someone cuts you off in traffic, stay calm. The next time criticism stings, pause before defending. Each moment of restraint builds inner power. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." True freedom isn't about doing whatever you want. It's about not being controlled by what you feel. 11. The value of silence and solitude. In the noise of modern life, silence is sacred. The Stoics understood that stillness is where wisdom grows. Seneca spent hours in reflection. Not because he hated people but because he sought truth within. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's communion with your higher self. Try stepping away from the noise. Leave your phone behind, walk outside, sit with your thoughts. At first, silence will feel uncomfortable. Because it reveals what distraction hides. But stay long enough, and you'll hear clarity whisper. The Stoic knows that a calm mind isn't found by adding more, it's found by subtracting what doesn't matter. 12. Reflection and legacy. When the day ends, ask yourself,